What up? You guys like my new cap? I think it's the Majin cap, is it? Yeah. Got some new caps. I like the ones I got, but listen, I gotta wash those literally just about every time we work out. Just because, dude, they get, you guys see me, I get sweaty and those get drenched. So I gotta wash those things. They just get too nasty. But that being said, welcome back. Today is going to be, what did I have? I wrote it down. Literally wrote it down. I can't even remember. Is it something shoulder focus? What did I write down? That's gonna bother me. Do not remember. I believe it was something. No. It's trap bar deadlift. Now I remember. I was trying to think if for some reason my brain was going to shoulders, but it's not shoulders. It's trap bar deadlifts. We're going to see how everything holds up. The knee feels pretty good today as far as I can tell. I haven't really noticed anything with it yet. Been doing a lot of like hamstring foam rolling, quads, hip flexors, around the IT band kind of thing. So it feels pretty okay right now. It gets going though. It's like certain exercises definitely like inflame it. And so I'm just paying attention to it. Like it hurts to squat a certain way. And it's a certain, like I say hurt, like it does hurt, but like it's like a tightness. I don't know. I'm weird with pain, man. Like I don't just like feel pain and go, oh God, no. Like I try, maybe it's the years of working out or something. But like I try and identify what the hell's going on, you know? So like it's a feeling I'm exploring. As weird as that sounds. That being said, I can definitely tell it's like, it almost wants to pop kind of feeling, but it definitely feels like there's some just like tight points in there. Things need to get stretched out. I kind of can feel it if I really tighten my leg up, but it's like, I don't know. I think it has to do also with the reason I have an anterior pelvic tilt, because I've been very conscious about like trying to work on that, which is a lot of freaking glute. Like it's a lot of glutes. It's a whole bunch of glutes, and obviously stretching hip flexors, foam rolling hip flexors, stuff like that, working the abs. But I do those, like that's not something I don't hit. I probably need to double down on the hip flexors because of all the bag work. You guys see me kicking that bag and stuff. So I don't know. It's definitely a bunch of different things, but I'm just being mindful. I definitely am not trying to get injured or anything. So we haven't been going just too crazy. I say that we did 315 on the bench last vlog, but it's still, I'm still not just going just nuts, I can go way harder in my workouts. I know I could. But we're focusing on the main things that matter. Like we're dissecting everything strength-wise, dissecting everything conditioning-wise. So it's not like that stuff's getting in. So I think a big part of that is why I'm not losing any of that while I'm cutting, which is great. It just feels like I could be going harder. I think it's just because I'm prioritizing a little bit more recovery. But I definitely could be. I've been throwing in more runs outside. I told y'all that last time. Calves have been super, super tight. That could be a part of it too. It's just getting back into that kind of training, and it's just a lot. My body's just trying to adapt. It could be a bunch of stuff. It's not going to slow me down. I don't think it's something that, unless I just go, again, if I'm being stupid and going crazy with the workouts, then that would be a problem. But I'm being very mindful. We still got to move. Still got to burn some calories. Weight's going back down. I still need to get that water back up. It was down to 226 yesterday. It's actually like 225.8, but like I moved around on it and went up to 226, so I just went with 226. But I just know that if I were to like guzzle down water for a few days, that would be down to like, it could be potentially down to 224. But in my mind, I'm telling myself I'm 226. I need to go harder. So that way I stay on track. You know what I mean? I don't want to tell myself, oh, you're doing good, you can ease up. Like, I kind of like the pressure. I do thrive with the pressure. So it helps a bit. I just got to be mindful with everything, with the knee and everything. But like I said, the knee doesn't feel too just janky. Tomorrow we're going to be going to Hot Works, where I'm going to be doing like, Same thing I usually do, yoga, stretching for a good hour in the infrared sauna. So it's a shorter workout, but it's a recovery workout, and we're doing stuff that needs to be done. Plus, we're doing it in a sauna. I'm telling you, I get drenched in that thing. If you're in there for a lot of people, even being in there for 20 minutes is a lot. I swear, I'll do like 45 minutes to an hour usually. I just enjoy the suffering a little bit, especially since the workout's so much shorter, because that's all I do that day, right? Because I'm getting cardio workout from the infrared. If you guys don't know, that heat for that long, it does treat your heart does get a workout from that. A lot like cardio. And then on top of that, I'm also getting in all that stretching I definitely fucking need. I've been just I've been hammering down on the hip flexors, but I think it's just one of those things. I've been doing so much bag work, like kicking and stuff. I do it every day, just about every time I go in here. I'll warm up on that bag, right? So like, I think they're just so freaking tight that I really do just need to go see a massage therapist and just have them step on me. You know, you ever seen those Ashiatsu massages? I don't know if you look that up. It's Ashi, A-S-H-I, A and then Atsu, A-T-S-U. Maybe? I don't remember. T-S-U? I don't know. But they're amazing. They step on you. I had one done after my MMA fight. And dude, I mean, there's so much trapped blood that leaves your body, you literally feel drunk. It's definitely, and that's the same thing as foam rolling. It's just a lot more direct, guys. Like, just to put that in perspective, like, massages are worth your time if you can, you know. It's not, I say if you can afford it, you can afford it. It's like $50 to $100 at most for something you need to do like every 3 to 6 months. Okay, that's affordable. Okay, again, stop eating fast food for a month, you'll be able to afford that. More than afford that. Dude, DoorDash, you'll spend like fucking $35 with everything. It's crazy. People spend so much money on food, they won't spend money on their health. It's crazy. But anyways, that being said, that's all we got for this little shebang we're talking about right here. I need to get inside and get warmed up, and then we're going to see how the leg's feeling, but we're going to try and move some weight on some trap bar deadlifts. We'll see we'll see how it's feeling. But I'll see you guys in a second. All right. Depending on how this feels, we might, and I know I was just complaining about my knee. My knee's feeling good. Like, it feels really good. I actually didn't have really any pain when I got down in that position today. Typically, what I'm talking about, it's when I like sit back on my knees, I can kind of feel it, but it's not like to a point to where I feel like I can't get past, I can get here. It's like right here. And that's why I'm thinking it's the IT band, because I feel it right here, right around the point where the IT band would like connect. But that being said, whatever I'm doing is definitely helping it. So definitely did a lot more foam rolling. I mean, we're a little behind because I did so much foam rolling. But again, I'd rather that be the case than to get injured, But if it's feeling good, we're going to do just 5 of these. And then depending on how this set goes, we might go ahead and do like jumping or weighted squat jumps. So that's on the agenda. Let me go ahead and do these. Let's see how they feel. And if they feel good, we're going to do that in the next set. And I've done a few sets so far. They felt pretty damn good. So good, in fact, watch this. Now, I'm not going to do weighted squat jumps with this, but I am thinking 315. So I'm going to lose some weight, drop some of this weight off, and then we're going to do weighted squat jumps. All right. Trying to get my mind right. But I think we're going to go for 5. We're going to keep it very short and sweet, just explosive. This is the beginning of the workout. I can definitely tell carbs are lower. Like, I'm in my diet for sure. Like, I can tell I'm in my calorie deficit. I haven't been overeating and stuff like that, because it's just, there's a certain type of like energy feeling you get where it's just like you don't feel like you don't have any energy, but you definitely just kind of feel like you're floating around. I'm kind of there, so typically the beginning of the workout, I can sustain that focus long enough, but after that, that's why I have to start going towards like supersets, higher volume, lower weight, because I literally will just start zoning out, man. It's crazy. But we eat after this, so it's not a big deal. My biggest thing there was the balance. I didn't have my hand placement right. All right, that's one. Whoa, why did that feel lighter? I think I'm just doing it right now. One more. There we go. That way, calves get a little bit of engagement. So I don't really have a lot of calf work planned today, besides back work. But this done, we're gonna go ahead and do some rope pull-ups, superset with like clapping push-ups, 8 and 8. So let's get that going. All right, we're gonna keep it short and sweet from here on, just because, as usual, running out of time. But pull-ups, push-ups. The plan after this is really, honestly, I want to do leg extensions just to work on strengthening that knee up. Maybe leg extension holds again. We've done that a few times the past few weeks, but they're great for it. And then superset that with the Arnold press, get the shoulders involved. And then you know the drill. I'm going to do some hanging leg raises. Maybe, I think I'm going to superset them with some double knee taps. We've done that superset 20 billion times here, so you don't need to see it again. But then we'll get y'all in the car, because I need to make sure I don't spend too much time up here. I got here a little late this morning just because I was, it was work related stuff. So I can't give myself too much of a hard time, but I was definitely sitting there going like, I need to get to the gym. I need to get to the gym. I'm running out of time. It is what it is. All right, 8 of these, 8 push-ups. And the reason you want to do a type of pull-up like this is mainly because the grip, man. Like this kind of grip strength, like this takes a lot of grip strength to be able to hold myself up like this, you know? So when we're talking about stuff like wrestling, jiu-jitsu, MMA, very, very crucial stuff. All right. All right. Can y'all see me? Set 1 done. 90-second break because we're doing a little explosive stuff. And then we'll go again. And I don't know if I mentioned this or if I need to, because it's always this. But cardio today, bag work. Been doing a lot of really boxing work this week because of the knee. But like I said, I warm up on the bag every time before I work out. It feels good. So I think we'll probably do some full-on kickboxing, see how it feels. Probably keep it loose, just like a 15-minute, no circuits or anything. Let's feel it out, see how it's going. And again, next week we're feeling good. We'll try it out. But the game plans are, and I'll record one of these soon, one of these vlogs. But on Sundays, I've been doing sprint training followed by a full body workout. So typically that's either at my house, at the park, because there's hills. There's hills at the park. I like to do hill sprints there. But I might do it here this Sunday with the sled, which would be right on point, you know? So we'll see. The only reason I didn't do it this past week was just mainly because the knee was a little bit more inflamed. And I ended up just doing a lot of step-ups instead, which kind of, you know, hits a lot of the same kind of motions, just a little bit more safe. Not as explosive, rather. Anyways, let me get these done. Try not to kip too much with those. Like it matters. Like it fucking matters. It's mainly the grip. It's the reason I'm doing those. Oh, I did. That was 9. Supposed to be doing 8. All right. Done with those. I'm gonna go ahead and get these leg extensions going if there's no one on it. I don't think there is. Let me go snag that real quick before someone does take it. All right, this will be the last thing we record for the day. So I'm starting to feel zapped. Like for real zapped. But that's okay, we got 2 sets of these left. And like I said, I still gotta do the hanging leg raises and We still got abs, we still got to do all the bag work and stuff, but it's going to be more of like me just going and not having to talk, which is what I'm more used to. But that being said, doing these, I really, as much as I do love these and they're good for protecting the knees, I really got to start hammering down on the glutes. So like, y'all get on me. I need to be doing at least one glute exercise, even if we're doing like legs, you know, which again, we did the trap bar deadlift. Technically, yes, that's hitting that, but like, I need to do more than that. I mean, it's just going to be part of that, like what we're going for, you know what I mean? Especially for that anterior pelvic tilt and for just mainly athleticism. I mean, it's a huge freaking muscle for athleticism. I should have done kickbacks, but whatever. That's good. Let's get these going. You don't have to hold these very long. I mean, it's just a couple seconds. You just mainly make sure you are taking a second to like stop. Like 1, 2, 3, good. You know what I mean? Longer can be good, but I also think not overcomplicating it and just doing the damn things every once in a while is gonna be better than just like trying to, you know, just be super disciplined about this exact movement. Because that means, I mean, like if you are got a direct knee injury that like you need to be working on, or like you're trying to really prevent them in the future, even then, like consistency is going to trump everything, guys. It's going to trump how many reps you're doing, how many seconds you're holding. I'm gonna do one more. So again, this big thing is be consistent. Find a way to be consistent without you having to like use too much mental, if that makes sense. You'll get decision fatigue. I mean, that's just what's going to happen. Unless you're following a plan, which, you know, again, if you're in my system, that's taken care of for you. But we're about to do some cool stuff with my system. We're about to, I mean, it's in the works. My brother, Doctor of Physical Therapy, I guess I can go ahead and talk about this because it should be just about done by the time this vlog comes out. But I'm a Doctor of Physical Therapy brother to work on some warm up and cool down protocols for my clients. So they're going to be tailored for injury prevention, so my clients can go all out in their workouts. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be sick. We're going to have some like different kind of warm up, different kind of cool down for each day to make sure we're like hitting everything, or hitting a generic version of everything. You know, obviously if there's like specializations, like I can talk to them and figure out what we need to do there. But like for like a generalized cool down and warm up protocol that's going to prevent most injuries, I think it's going to be mint. It's going to be super mint. So that'll be coming to my clients. I think if everything goes right, I need to check within the day. It should be next week, if not the week after. So if you're a client, you're watching this, we're about to hook you the hell up. But let me take a quick break, get some water. We'll do one more set. Oh man, I just about started zoning out again. I got some, it's been about 60 seconds. It's time to go again, but I got some water, sat back down, and then I just started going. Get on La La Land, man. It's a lot easier when I'm not talking. Just get on to the mission, because I'm not thinking, all right, I need to make sure I talk about this, or I need to make sure, you know, I'm not just sitting there and doing nothing, because that's not even, what's the point of watching a video? I mean, I guess you just been watching me work out, but I don't know. Anyways, mine's going everywhere. Last set of these, and then I'm gonna finish up the workout and get the hell out of here, get some food. Today is technically fast food day. Thursdays are fast food day for me and my girlfriend. Thursdays and Sundays. So we do fast food about twice a week. Now, again, if you guys watch my Instagram, I mean, I post them, I forget I post them on the YouTube too. What am I doing? I'm not even holding these. This is what I'm talking about. But eating out, especially if you're a busy person, like it literally would be worth your time to eat out. Like, I get it. You definitely shouldn't be doing it every freaking day. I'll tell you that. I don't care who you are. You shouldn't. But that being said, we'll do one more. I was going a little crazy. Just hold it for a long time. Plus, I did get a few sets before I started recording, so it's not like we haven't gotten them in. But
A couple times a week is fine if you're fucking tracking your calories. That's the big if that I know a lot of you guys are gonna go, oh, like, tough. Like, you still gotta, it don't matter what the fuck you're doing. You do not have an excuse for being too busy to track your calories. Let's say you're too busy to focus on your health, which is a stupid thing to say. Doesn't make sense. Even if your goal is to be like, just like, I can't think of one goal where like, unless your goal is just to die. I mean, I don't know. Like literally, I can't think of one goal where that's gonna benefit you. But anyways, like I said, a couple times a week, completely fine. As long as you're prioritizing that protein, tracking those calories, it's not gonna make or break you. But what will is you not tracking, going fucking crazy, and eating as much as you fucking want just because you're eating out. That'll fuck you up. But that's all we got for these. I'm gonna do some bag work. Well, I gotta do some abs first. Bag work, stretch, then we'll be done. So let me take care of that.
All right, it's approximately, I don't even know how much later it's been, TBH. It's probably an hour and a half later, maybe a full hour, I don't know. But god dang, man, I'm telling y'all, like we were in here way too damn long today. Way too damn long. It is basically noon, which is usually like an hour past what I usually go for, but it was work related. I can't be giving myself that. I hate when I get out of schedule like that. It just kind of throws me off. So now I have to move everything back an hour, and it's just, whatever. You don't care. How was the workout, Chase? It was okay. It wasn't bad. As far as what we got done after I pulled y'all out, I did my ab work. I did a little exploring in the gym. I went and checked out the mirror room we used to do all our pose outs at. And it actually, they did redo the lighting in there. I guess I wasn't the only one complaining about how bad the lighting was in there. And it looks so much better. I think we're going to try and do some workouts in there next time, just because they're doing a lot of different, and I feel like with this gym, they're constantly doing something, either with upgrades, like every few months they're doing something, which is nice. Nice little change of pace. I'm gonna go. There we go. Anyways, I'm hungry, dude. Like, that's all I can really think about. I'm low energy, I'm frustrated, I'm hungry. So we need to make sure we are getting on board with that. I don't know what food I'm gonna eat for the fast food. Like I told you, I say fast food. It's not. It's DoorDash food is what it is. So I don't even know what's on the agenda. I kind of am just feeling some like Mexican food or something. I say Mexican food, but like I typically, when I'm dieting, I like to do like and that's the thing. This is exactly why I don't recommend doing this all the time. Like no more than 2 days a week. The tracking accuracy is not going to be as accurate as it usually is, right? Because like, let's be real, dude. I think the main reason Mexican food tastes so fucking delightful is because they put a whole ton of extra love into the mix. And unfortunately, love is a lot of calories. So we're talking like they ain't weighing foods out. They're just trying to make that shit taste good. And they do a good ass job at it, man. I mean, here's the thing, man. As much as I am at war with, burning body fat, right? It's kind of my job. You still gotta have good tasting food now. Come on. Like there's times and places. I try not to demonize food. Like that's a big thing. As much as I am a nutritionist, I think there's so many people who get stuck in the nutrition game and they demonize food and try and pretend like it doesn't taste fucking fantastic. Yeah, it does. It tastes amazing. It's just that people get addicted, they build bad habits, and they get stuck eating that way, and they don't know how to get out of that. So that's wherein lies the problem. But like, dude, like there's so many things to life. Don't just like not live your life either. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I do think this is why we call my system the savage standard, man. I mean, like you have to have a standard you hold up to, or it will. Like it 100% will get out of whack because you're not holding yourself up to any rules. And if you're not holding yourself up to any rules, you're not going anywhere, Jack. You got no destination, right? I could, how the hell let's say I want to go on a trip to the beach, right? Like, if I don't, how am I going to do that? What are the standards that I have to follow to make sure I make it to the beach, right? Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and do nothing, right? You got to have rules to follow. Like, I got to be able to drive in a car. I got to go the speed limit, or I got to be able to afford a plane ticket. Like, those are standards. Those are constraints. Like, that stuff's got to be in place. But a lot of people go through their life acting like you just don't, live life willy-nilly. Like, no, guys, there's a happy medium here, and you can enjoy every bit of life as long as you fucking balance that shit out, man. I'm telling you. That's what my whole book's about, guys. The Chigel Equation. Like, God bless. Go read that shit. If you're struggling with that shit, go read that shit. It's like $5 for eBook. And at the beginning of next year, I'm going to be dropping a freaking audiobook on it. So you guys better get on that shit. I'm telling y'all, there's some good sauce in there. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'm hungry. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.